knowing something is very, very different than understanding it. I can look at the sky and say, I know the sky is blue. I see that. But do I actually understand it? I don't know. To know I am alive is one thing. I know I'm here. But to understand it is something completely different. And I think that is the key in any pursuit, to actually understand, right? So we may have urges to say, I want certain things. How much is enough? But to understand. And the point that I've come to realize probably in the past day is that I really don't need that much. It's strange. I want a lot, but I don't really need it. Because what actually is enough for me, it's all the simple things that I already have. I mean, I've traveled the whole world. The main thing I've learned is that I had everything I needed before I left for the trip. I have an epic cat, such a badass cat named Moxie. I have awesome friends. I have a family. I have enough money for beers on weekends. I have a gym I like to work out at, and I got time to write and reflect. Like, what else do you need? Yeah, maybe I don't love work. Nobody loves work, man. Seriously, nobody likes work. It sucks. But you know what? Going through work taught me more about myself and what I don't like, so it helped me get on a path to understand what I do like, right? So it's just adapting. And that's I think that's part of the journey. The key to understanding is by going through difficulty, and it's very, very strange. Whoa! A fish just jumped on there, dude. Jeez, so strange. I swear the more of these I do, like animals guide the world, right? Hooray for Guinness. You know what's a strange idea? Dogs can understand us, and so can cats. They like, cats are kind of assholes when you think about it. My cat, it knows I'm there all the time. Like, I'm quite certain of this. Fish, but it doesn't always choose to obey or listen to me. Like, sometimes it just doesn't give a shit, which is okay. I'm not saying that's wrong, but it's kind of like how we're all programmed, right? Cats are programmed. It's like philosophers. Like, cats will like teach you how to think, like, for yourself, right? They care about themselves, and that's cool. Whereas dogs are like examiners of love and obedience. Every animal in the world, including us, including humans, like, we do have a purpose. I believe that. It's a very strange idea, but like, we are programmed to do something. And I think we all have a commonality, which I can't quite figure out. But the problem with us as humans, it's like we beat the system. Like, if you think about the grand scheme of like how we've evolved, whether we've evolved or not, just how we've grown since the beginning, right? I don't care. I'm not talking about religion, but at some point people were here. How we ended up here is not what I'm debating. But at some point we got here and we grew since then, right? In the very beginning, I wasn't there. But some of our ancestors, the fact that we're here means that we had ancestors there. We have grown from like survival instincts to like curing disease and doing all kinds of crazy things. Buildings. I mean, it's insane. Like, we have beat the system. And sometimes I get sad because like I look out where I am in this forest. This is what I'm looking at. Like, there's the trees, man. It's torn down. It's just shit, you know? Doesn't it make you sad that like our planet, like, we're selfishly thinking about us, but the shit we do to animals, I mean, it's kind of terrible. How's it going? We just think it's ours, and that's cool, but it's not. Just because we've adapted and become so smart, like, we've really just destroyed so much. You know, as I've traveled, the most beautiful places I've been were places where there were no people, none whatsoever. And that's a crazy idea. That like, I traveled pretty much to get away. Like, I traveled so I could write and be at peace and not be influenced by the news, by my friends, by any people. And the only places I could find like true serenity and peace, there was no other people. Or were so far out of my comfort zone that it felt like I was in a different world, right? Whether it was the Sahara or Nepal or like the beaches in Sri Lanka. Like, I went so deep to get away. And it's just strange because like, the more I look at things, it's like, people, we need to remember that this whole thing, it's not ours. Like, okay, yeah, you can buy property, you can own something, dude, but you don't really own it. What, because you have a piece of paper that says it? Who'd you buy it from? The government? Like, your country? How did they own it? Like, because they showed up one day and said, ooh, this is mine. It's like, it's a system, man. It's a system, and it works. The system does work in a way that it rewards people for progress, right? So if you work, you can have a good life. You can have healthcare. You can do things. The system is trying to be the system of how we live. But the problem is, like, life is but a question. Nobody has figured it out. Nobody knows why we're here. We're here And that's all we know. So we're doing the best that we can. And I really think that's how we get to this predicament. It's all the pain, all the war, because we're really trying to live the best that we can. But unfortunately, there is conflict. There are people that have disagreements, right? It's how the world works. The same with like lions in the jungle, right? Like somebody invades someone's territory, like it's on, man. It's a fight. You fight for it because that's human nature. That's survival. But I hate saying shit like this, but it's so much bigger than us because we act like we possess land. You know what? If only we could think of terms of like, we don't possess it. We just take care of it for a little bit. I met some farmers in Ireland, very, very simple lives. And the tough thing is they struggled. Like they had struggles in their life with money, with other things. They had land and animals. And I remember telling the guy, like, you have a beautiful plot of land. He's like, it's not my land. I don't possess it. I just take care of it. But they bought it, they owned it and everything. And their whole goal was to like redevelop a forest in the middle of Ireland with like the trees that used to be there that they all cut down. Like, isn't that cool? You should sleep well tonight knowing that there are a couple people out there that are actually doing something really good. Like they're kind of giving up their lives just to try to do the right thing. And me, I kind of live by like, you try to do the right thing and you hope that's enough. That scared the shit out of me. Whoa, does he know I'm here? Can you hear that? Like that. There is a fish down there listening to me talk to myself. It's strange, man. Like that fish doesn't need shit. He doesn't even know what's going on. Maybe I don't know what's going on, but all he knows is like survive. See, that's the interesting part. Like humans, we beat the system. But the beautiful part is we die too. And I know it's sad. I don't want to die. I don't want to. I don't want to go, man. It's scary. It's a weird idea. I think I know what it's like, ooh, to die, but I don't have a clue, man. I don't know what it's like to be that scared to go away forever. So, as sad as it may be, to have a family member die, a friend, a grandparent, they leave and they don't have to have any attachments while they go. They don't have to have any pain anymore. They don't have to ache. They don't have to be troubled, with disease or illness, whatever it is. They go. See, the problem I think we think death is so terrifying is because we are so selfish that we don't want that person to go. And that's tough. That's so difficult because we want them to live with us, right? It's like this is the real punishment, being alive in a strange way. Like we are forced to endure on without them until someday we die. And of course, like, you hope you're with people you love, but inevitably we kind of die alone. Like nobody's there. They might be there with you, but it's something you have to do on your own. That fish is killing me. You know what? That fish is kind of awesome. Kind of makes you. No, you're not the only one here, maybe? I don't know. It has to end to have any meaning whatsoever. Because if it didn't, if it never ended, I mean, think about what would happen. You'd never have the ambition to do anything, to try anything, to go anywhere, because you'd have all the time to go anywhere. Like, there has to be a time limit on things. You can't have one without the other, man.